What's good, folks? This your boy is either way here. And excuse the setting, it's like 6 in the morning. I got like an hour before I go into work. So, I'm just waking up and everything, getting getting started on my day. But anyways, man, I just want to talk about this whole Damon Lillard, Shaq, rap beef they got going on, right? I think Damon Lillard is starting to take a little too far. I think if you Damon Lillard, right? And this is when these younger basketball players, right? These younger basketball players need to have respect for these Hall of Famers. I feel if you a basketball player, right, in today's NBA, you've been in the league over like because he's been in the league since 2013 since he got drafted. He got drafted the same year AD did, right? Anthony Davis, 2012, 2013, right? So he's been in the league about 7 years. He's going on his 8th year, right? So you've been in the NBA that long, right? And you still don't have a championship to show for it, right? You still have never gotten nominated for an MVP award, not even received it, because Damian Lillard doesn't even have an MVP award, right? The man have never once gotten to the NBA Finals, right? Lillard hasn't gotten to the NBA Finals and has never once gotten an NBA championship at all. Okay, so I feel if you in that category, right, in today's NBA, and you still have not gone to the NBA Finals, not once, you know what I'm saying? You don't have a single Western Conference or Eastern Conference title to show for your success, then you should not be talking against none of these Hall of Famers or even disrespect them. Damian Lillard is going too far, okay? Damian Lillard is still to this day trying to get what Shaq already has. Shaq is a 4-time NBA champion, okay? Shaq has already gotten an MVP at least once in his career, once or twice. Shaq has been nominated for MVP at least 4 or 5 times, but has gotten an MVP at least once, right? In 2000, the 2000 NBA season. In the beginning of Shaq and Kobe's three-peat, right? You see, this whole beef got started when Lillard made a comment, because everybody knows, man, Shaq and Kobe have been beefing for years, right? I think Kobe went on an interview and said that we would have won 12 wins if Shaq been more in shape, right? And Shaq responded to Kobe saying, "No, you needing me, right? That's not even true." Like, Shaq stated his story, his side of the story, and Kobe stated his, right? So I think earlier this month, or it might have been last month, Damian Lillard made a comment trying to say, "Oh, Shaq, Kobe run you them rings, Shaq." So then Damian Lillard then Shaq responded to Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard made his first diss record, and then Shaq made a second one, right? And go listen to Shaq's diss record. Shaq showed you he can still rap. He still got skills. He even said, "I'm coming out of retirement to spank these young guys," right? So Shaq made his own. Shaq too made a diss record, right? And Shaq made a diss record and left it alone, right? And in Shaq's diss record wrong. He said, like, "Damian Lillard, I got more money to afford you. I got the money to buy out your whole basketball team." "Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I own the Sacramento Kings," right? Shaq basically, to me, he basically killed Lillard off in his song. So then Damian Lillard gonna come out with another diss record, right? Called "Rain, Rain, Go Away," or I think he made another one saying "I rest my case" or anything like that. Either way, man, the point I'm trying to make is Lillard need to stop it. Okay? Lillard need to stop making these diss records, right? Okay, you need to stop coming at Shaq, man. You don't have a single NBA championship to show for your success. Okay? You have never once been to the NBA Finals. All right? You don't have a single Western Conference championship to show for your success. Matter of fact, man, Lillard has lost to the Golden State Warriors last year, right? Now, I understand, like, Lillard, you got a chip over your shoulder, right? You finally made it out the second round. Okay, you beat the Denver Nuggets in 7 games. Even though that was a very long series, they took you to double overtime, right, in Game 4. You did that. You and McCullough did that, right? So I understand Lillard is feeling a little arrogant, a little cocky right now. He got a chip on his shoulder. But let's pump the brakes real quick, right? What has Lillard done in the last, 8 years of his career? Okay? Because, again, I don't remember Lillard ever getting to the NBA Finals at all in the last, 5 years, right? You, Damian Lillard, right? You on the Portland Trailblazer. First of all, you just got swept by the Golden State Warriors just last season, right? In the Western Conference Finals, okay? And them being tired from Denver Nuggets is no excuses, because these are all professionals, right? Again, you gotta play through the pain, you gotta play through the tiredness, right? They got swept by a Golden State Warrior team without Kevin Durant and without Boogie Cousins, okay? Let's make note of that now. You done lost to the Portland Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers lost to the Golden State Warriors before this. Okay? Back in the 2016 season. Right? So Lillard has lost to the same team at least twice now that you cannot beat. Shaq has defeated the Portland Trailblazers already, okay, in his career as a Laker. He beat that Scottie Pippen, Rasheed Wallace, Zach Randolph type Portland Trailblazers of 2000, right? He did that already. The 99-2000 Portland Trailblazers, Shaq did that already, right? He beat them, okay, in the Western Conference Finals. So he's done that already, right? Shaq, like, again, man, if you live, how you talking about Shaq? And again, man, Shaq is a 4-time NBA champion, you know what I'm saying, MVP. And y'all forgetting, Shaq was rapping since Damian Lillard was in diapers, right? Because Damian Lillard's my age. He's born in 1990, right? He's 29 years old. Shaq had already been nominated for Grammys when Lillard was a baby, right? In the early 1990s, in between 92 and 95, right? 96, right? In between that era, right? When Michael Jordan was doing movies and still winning championships, Shaquille O'Neal, within I think his second or third year in the league, had already led the Orlando Magic to an NBA Finals. Of course, he lost to Houston Rockets to Hakeem Olajuwon, right? Kenny to Jeff Smith, Robert Horry, and Maxwell. But again, they had already he already took them to the finals. Then after that, he got recruited to the Lakers, and the rest is history, right? The Lakers were able to build around Shaq. Okay, so I feel Damian Lillard needs to stop these diss records, because all Shaq really need to do is talk about how winless Damian Lillard is. That's all Shaq got to do to end this whole argument, this whole debate, right? Talk about the rings that Lillard don't have. Talk about Lillard losing to the goals, losing to Steph Curry about twice now in the playoffs, right? How he got swept by a Golden State Warrior team without Kevin Durant and without Boogie Cousins. That's all Shaq need to do to end this whole debate, right? That's the problem, man. These younger players need to stop worrying about these Hall of Famers. I don't know why they diss these Hall of Famers. It makes no sense. Especially Lillard. Lillard ain't in position to be disrespecting nobody that's already won 4 NBA championships. Okay? That's like LeBron James saying he's better than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. That's stupid. Right? That argument doesn't make any sense. And I told you, I did a video on LeBron James and his fans, you know what I'm saying, LeBron James fanboys in the summertime, back in July. I made that video when I was in Mississippi. I told you, man. LeBron James can't be the greatest player in the world. He cannot be better than Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Shaq, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, any one of these players who won NBA championships when he lost 6 finals in a row, right? He didn't make the playoffs last year. So how is he saying he the best player in the world when that Laker team he was on last year didn't make the playoffs? With Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and Lonzo Ball, and Josh Hart, right? As good as that team was, he didn't make the playoffs. So again, man, Damian Lillard, I'm sorry, man. Because let's just be honest, man. Lillard could just easily tank this up-and-coming season. I know we're in preseason right now, and the NBA season is getting ready to start later on this month, but he can just easily tank. Just because he made the Western Conference Finals last season don't mean he's going to make it now. Okay, not with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George on the Clippers, right? You got Westbrook and Harden to pair back up with each other, right? AD and LeBron on the Los Angeles Lakers. You still got the Denver Nuggets, still got their same team who's going to be coming out for revenge. Okay, the Western Conference stack. Look at Sacramento, San Antonio still got their squad. Like, it's going to be very tough next season. It's going to be even harder this season than it was last year. Okay, except now you don't got to worry about Kevin Durant being on the Warriors no more because he's on the Eastern Conference. You got to worry about these other teams I just mentioned. And let's be honest too, man. Damian Lillard is not even on James Harden, Russell Westbrook, or Allen Iverson status, right? Because each of those basketball players have won the MVP award the same year they won an MVP award and have already been to NBA Finals already, right? James Harden and Westbrook have been to the NBA Finals when they were younger in their careers, right? With Durant, and Allen Iverson took the 76ers to the NBA Finals as being an MVP. But all 3 of those men got MVP titles, right? They were MVP at one time. Damian Lillard don't even have that. I wouldn't even say that Damian Lillard is on Steve Nash status because Steve Nash won 2 of those bad boys. Okay? Yeah, Steve Nash is another player who never won an NBA championship, right? Never got to the finals. But he can at least say that he got to the Western Conference Finals at least twice in his career and has won 2 MVP awards, 2005 and 2006. Okay? Steve Nash can say that he was at least the best player in the league twice already. Lillard doesn't even have that, right? I would even say that Damian Lillard is on John Stockton status. Because again, even though Stockton never won an MVP, Stockton did get to the NBA Finals twice in his career. John Stockton won 2 Western Conference Finals as a point guard for the Utah Jazz. Okay? That's something Lillard still has not done yet in his career. So I feel Lillard need to stop doing these diss records about Shaq. Because now Lillard just gave Shaq all the more reason to be biased, all the more reason to come at him and throw jabs at him during all the more reason to throw jabs at him during the NBA season, right? Like, for example, when the NBA comes on TNT, right? When TNT and basketball, when we get Chuck, Ernie, and Kenny the Jet Smith, when they show comes back on TNT in October, right, going into November into this NBA season, watch how Shaq responds to Damian Lillard. Okay? You're gonna see this now. Or during halftime shows. You're gonna have Shaq talking very critical of Damian Lillard. It's just like when Shaq kept putting JaVale McGee on Shaq of the Fool episodes, right? And we all know before JaVale McGee ever went to the Warriors, because the Golden State Warriors made JaVale McGee a champion. Let's be honest. JaVale McGee is no different than David West, okay, Swaggy P, Omer Caspi, Zaza Pachulia, all these other veterans who never got a championship, right? Okay, he was made a champion. JaVale McGee is actually not that good of a player by himself. He's sloppy. Don't get me wrong, he got size, right? He can dunk the rim, he can bang it. He got athletic, but he's not that bright upstairs as far as his skill wise. Okay, this is why he's not a franchise forward. He's not an all-star. But again, JaVale McGee got his rings. Okay, he got what he wanted, right? But JaVale McGee kept being on Shaq and the Fool because his game was sloppy, right? This is like I say, man. His game was sloppy. Okay. Kevin Durant started getting to a Shaq over JaVale McGee, and Shaq was like, "No, JaVale McGee's a grown man." The same thing is finna happen here. Shaq is gonna be looking for every excuse to put Damian Lillard on Shaq and the Fool. Every excuse now. He's gonna try to put Damian Lillard on Shaq and the Fool and embarrass him now. And if that happens, Lillard ain't got nobody to blame for this but himself. Okay. I feel Damian Lillard needs to stop doing these diss records. I'm serious, man. Because again, man, if you Damian Lillard, you want to end up like Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that, right? You don't want to end up like these good point guards. And don't get me wrong, there's been many good point guards in the league in the past like 20-some years, right? Good quality point guards, but never got a championship ring, right? And I'm talking about the Larry Hugheses. Because even Larry Hughes got to the finals too, right? Okay? But again, he's not an NBA champion. But again, you got the Monte Ellis's, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the guards that's in Damian Lillard's status, right? I mean, good quality guards. They were all-star guards, right, for their time. You know what I'm saying? They were good for the league. Okay, they had great stats, but never got to an NBA Finals. Never won MVP, right? I'm talking about the Monte Ellis's, the Baron Davises. Okay, the Brandon Jennings, right? Brandon Jennings was good at one time, right? That dude was a sniper on the court, right? One of the best leagues, one of the league's best shooters, right? Brandon Jennings never got to the NBA Finals, right? We got Isaiah Thomas, and I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, little IT, right? He's another one. Still to this day hasn't got to the finals, right? But was good at one time, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's say who else was good, right? You had OG Mayo before he smoked that weed and got in trouble. Again, great guard, had size and everything, right? He was something like a Ben Simmons, right? At shooting guard, right? But again, could never get to the NBA Finals, right? Could never win an MVP award. And Memphis actually swept San Antonio in the NBA Finals. Just like Lillard, right? Same boat. He swept a good playoff team, but just never got to the NBA Finals, right? So let's see who else was pretty good that one time too. Again, Chris Paul, which I mentioned earlier, Chris Paul again on the same boat. As good as Chris Paul has been, never got an MVP award, still hasn't got to the finals. And now he's on the OKC Thunder, who again, I never reached the NBA Finals for a long time, right? They in rebuild mode. Okay, let's go down the line. It's like I said, there's been many other good quality guards. I mean, I'm telling you. Stephon Marbury, okay? And Stephon Marbury, to me, it could roughly be a Hall of Famer because he has the stats. But again, Stephon Marbury, again, couldn't cut the mustard. Just wasn't that good. Wasn't good enough to get his teams to the NBA Finals. Okay, couldn't win no championship. He was on the Suns, the T-Wolves with, he was on the T-Wolves one time with Kevin Garnett. Okay, man, he's played with some good Hall of Famers, but couldn't win the NBA championship, right? Couldn't get to the finals. So again, man, Lillard needs to cut it out. That's how I feel, man. Damian Lillard should be the last one dissing Shaq like that. And again, Shaq can rap. In this beef, I got to take Shaq on that one, man. You, Damian Lillard, you got no NBA championship. Okay, you got no MVP award. You hardly got no accolades. Yeah, you made, even then, notice, man, Lillard got passed up for the All-Star game how many times? Yeah, we all had Damian Lillard's back when he said he didn't get an All-Star. He should have made the All-Star games. I think last year or 2 years ago was the first time Lillard ever got put into an All-Star game, right? And let's be honest, man, Lillard's game, he's kind of just a spot-up shooter. You know, yeah, he got skills, he can pass the ball, but he's not that, like, come on now. Again, man, this is a Shaq that went to, like, went to 5 NBA championships. And even after he left Kobe, right? So you say Kobe Bryant won the rings. Shaq at one time led the league in scoring, right? 37 points, right? 11. He had assists, he had blocks, rebounds. He was leading the Lakers in every category, led the league, right? This is Shaquille O'Neal we're talking about, right? Was on top since he came into the league when he got dropped in Orlando. No, those are no excuses for that, right? There's no comparison. So, to me, man, Lillard needs to just stop. For him to make a second like diss record like that, it's crazy, right? But no, what it was, the reason why Lillard made that second diss record, because Shaq got him on his song. Shaq ate him up, and it pissed Lillard off, right? This is their ego. Again, these young players need to stay humble. If you don't got a championship ring or you ain't got to the finals or an MVP, you really should not be talking about nobody that's already done that and have paved the way for you to be who you are. Shaq made the way for a lot of these big men like Jokic, Embiid, Boogie Cousins, Al Horford. Okay, Shaq did that. Yeah, Shaq don't have a three-point shot, but Shaq can do everything else for you. Anyways, folks, and that's the video, man. But I just want to clear up. I think Shaq all Shaq got to do to end this beef is talk about how many rings that Lillard don't have. But anyways, folks, man, y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. I'll see you soon.